Welcome back, Year 4. We've been doing some multiplication this week. As you can see on the screen, I have got an example of a calculation, and I'm going to go through step by step what are the steps involved to answer the question. So the question is 23 times 4. So that tells me that I am going to be focusing on the 4 times table when answering my questions. I'm going to start off with 3 times 4. I'm going to place it in brackets so it shows that that's my first calculation. And I know that 3 times 4 equals 12, placing my 2 in the ones column and the 10 in the tens column. The next calculation that I'm going to do is 20 times 4, because we know that my 2 is in the tens column. So 20 times 4. Now this is where I can use my times table knowledge to help me. I know that 2 times 4 equals 8. So 20 times 4 must be 10 times bigger, which means the answer is 80. And as you can see, I have made sure that my calculation lines up on the same line where I've written my answer. So now I have 12 and 80. And my final step I need to do is I need to add these numbers together. So 2 and 0 is 2, and 80 plus 10 equals 90, giving me a final answer of 23 times 4 equals 92. Make sure, really important, that you lay out your calculation carefully and make sure that you set it out on the same line as your answer, because then this will make it easier for you to identify if you have made any mistakes. My second calculation here is 48 times 9. This time I'm going to be focusing on the 9 times table, making sure that I answer each of the questions and then do my addition at the end. So my first multiplication is 8 times 9. Now 8 times 9 is 72. So I'm going to place the 7 tens in the tens column and the 2 ones in the ones column. My second calculation is 40 times 9. Now 40 times 9, well, I can work out 4 times 9 equals 36. So 40 times 9 equals 360. And there we have my two multiplication statements. Now I need to add them together. So 2 and 0 is 2. 70 plus 60 equals 130. So I'm going to place 30 here and place the 100 underneath. And 300 plus the 100 that I've carried equals 400, giving me a total of 432. When you're working out the questions as part of your home learning this week, be careful to set it out correctly, as this will help you to achieve the right answer. In English this week, we've been starting to look at features of a non-chronological report, which is something that we're going to be doing over the next couple of weeks and come up with our own non-chronological report. As you can see, around the edge, there are some different features of a non-chronological report. Now, before I start identifying them, can you pause the video and try and work out where each of those features are from what I have labelled? Well, let's have a go. So I know that my title is always at the beginning of the text. So Stalking Prey is the title. As you can see, it's in bold, it's really clear. It tells us about the information that is going to be on the page. We have lots of different examples of pictures that are used on this text. The pictures help us to imagine, help us to understand what a polar bear is like. We have a fact box. some information, key information about polar bears that tell us and links about in this fact box about food chains. A caption tells us about what is happening in a picture. So we have there that this picture here is describing about how often they hunt prey. Technical vocabulary is words that I use that show us that are technical to polar bears. So camouflage is a technical word. It tells us about how they hide and how they are not spotted by their prey. And then you may well notice some different examples of fronted adverbials. There are more examples than just the one I have highlighted. Some of the different features of a non-chronological report that we've been looking at this week. Related to non-chronological reports, we've been having a look at determiners. A determiner is a word which modifies a noun within a sentence, giving it more context for the reader. For instance, this chair or my book. We had a go at writing and trying to include determiners in our writing to try and make our non-chronological reports sound even better. Why not have a go at trying to include some sentences of your own?